To learn flange welding, we'll share the initial sound effects of folding handle flange welding. First and foremost, you must first learn to use high current. You'll find that your molten iron and the edges of the wood are uneven. Why? And your fusion line won't easily become clogged. What current setting is best? The current required is higher than that of a crank or float handle. For example, then the optimal welding current is around 200 ohms. You can choose around 220 ohms. This is the first step. The way you hold the welding torch is very important. And make a cranking motion like you would with a crank handle. Your current position is quite awkward. So we need to use a sword-like grip. But it's essential for folding the lance. Not forcefully, as this will stiffen your arm. How do I raise the lance? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And also prevents the edge of the base material from. The third issue concerns the dwell time on both sides. When welding, you must pay attention to this length. Longer is better than shorter. I must ensure the needle tip is used to suppress the arc, right? After suppressing it, look at this angle. When I bend it forward, a dry bend doesn't create a path. You must first learn folding handle welding. In this video, newbies, please like and save this video. To learn folding handle welding. When welding folding handles, if you use low current during the welding process, because the molten iron won't melt properly, this is the first step. So, remember what I said. Folding handle. If my flange is about 10 mm thick and my pipe is only about 8 mm thick, if you are an experienced welder, because a higher current results in a smoother weld. The second step is when welding this bend. Remember, don't use your little finger to support the torch. If you do that, you will experience problems when welding this bend. You can't raise the lance properly. Similar to the grip used in crank welding. This grip is prohibited. However, you must grip it loosely. Also, during the folding process, I pause the upper side for a longer time and the lower side for a shorter time. This prevents the molten iron from slipping downwards. The second issue is the ease with which undercut occurs. And the most crucial point is the length of the needle tip. You must use a long needle, no matter how long the needle is. I use a short needle to suppress the arc. It's basically 90 degrees tilted back about 20 degrees. You'll see that a dry bend doesn't create a path. See? If it doesn't move forward, it just stays wobbling in place. The more it wobbles, the higher the temperature gets, and the more the sticker falls upwards, making it easier to apply a fogging needle. So, the length of our fogging needle is crucial. We need to intentionally lengthen it. How long? The angle of our welding gun should be greater than 45 degrees. Not even a tiny bit more. Actually, this is the best. After the angle is greater than 45 degrees, look at the height of the needle tip. At a 45-degree angle slightly tilted back, the height of the needle tip should be exactly 20,000 millimeters higher than the wood. This is the optimal needle tip length. When welding the folding handle, should I place the welding wire in the middle of the weld bead, on the top or on the bottom? Often, I choose the middle, but that's not correct. It's best to place it in the middle, slightly tilted upwards, similar to red-hot welding. When you bring the molten iron upwards, it's easy for it to rise and prevent the molten iron from turning green at the bottom. It's crucial to place it slightly above the center. Placing it in the center will cause the wire to sag. For example, when you turn the angle, you can't just let the torch turn forward while the wire remains stationary. You see, the wire doesn't move. You slowly and gradually tear it until it reaches a perpendicular angle. If the angle is perpendicular, you'll find that you can't add wire at all. You must pay attention to accelerating the process. During the torch rotation, both the torch body and the wire must also keep pressing backwards, ensuring the wire tip remains in contact with the wood. An angle of about 20 degrees is ideal. Now, let's adjust the current to 200. Let's look at the high-capacity tank of this folding handle. If you've read this far, please like and follow.